Hey, so Denise from Facebook asks, does DashClicks build e-commerce websites, and what would be a good marketing campaign to run for an e-commerce website? So yes, we actually do build e-commerce websites. You can get custom pricing right inside of the fulfillment store. So if you just log into your DashClicks account, you click fulfillment in the main menu. On the left rail, you will see a bunch of the services. We actually built a website calculator, so you just click website design, and you can calculate the exact price that you need, or the exact website that you need to get an exact price for it, right? In regards to what usually is the best for e-com, it really depends on the product that you're trying to sell. For e-com, however, two things work really good. If it's more of a product where it's not so niche down, or maybe it's more of like a specialty product or something like that, or if it's a product that's cool that can go viral, definitely like Facebook ads, I would highly recommend. If it's more of like a general product, maybe doing like a Google ads campaign and hooking up the shopping cart through an XML feed and going that route, so doing like a Google shopping campaign. So hopefully that helps you, Denise. All right, so David asks, is there any good flow for creating a sales pipeline inside of PIPEDRIVE? And if you're using, obviously, INSTASITES as your mechanism of actually going out and getting leads. So yes, 100% there is. Usually what I recommend is I like to keep it stupid simple. I don't like to confuse it, especially during a sales pipeline. Don't make it super intricate. Keep it basic. So the first one can be lead, right? And that means a lead came in. Second one can be contacted the lead. Third one can be maybe a follow-up if that person didn't answer, but you contacted them, you want to push them over to the follow-up. Next one can be scheduled consultation or scheduled demo if you want to go out and demo the website for them. And then after that can be basically either negotiations or, in the works or something like that. And then the last one can just be closed deal. So it could be maybe like a 5 or 6 step pipeline within your PIPEDRIVE that you can set up in your sales pipeline. And just keeping it super simple. Also, we actually touch really deep into this inside of the Dash Accelerator. So I actually go in and create this whole thing for you guys live in the Dash Accelerator program. So hopefully that helps you out, David. So Ethan asks, what is the best way to actually generate data? So there's multiple different ways that you can get data. You can get data by going out and buying data, and you can use multiple different lead sources like exactdata.com or Info Group USA or Sales Genie. You can actually go out and then you can also scrape data if you want to go out and build like a scraper or use any of these simplistic scraping tools where you can go out and scrape data. I don't highly advise against that. I highly advise on buying the data, but there is multiple options on how you can do it, when you should do it, when's the right time to do it. I preferably like to buy data because usually when you're scraping data, you don't get things like first name, last name, just like the bare bones of contact information, when during your actual sales prospecting, that information is crucial, like having the first name and calling out the person or asking for that person when you're calling the business. That'll probably increase your sales prospecting, your revenue, just all your numbers by probably at least like 20-30%. So that's my recommendation to you, Ethan, and I hope that helps you, man. So Adam asks, does anybody niche down on coaches and like webinar style campaigns? And the answer is yes, you definitely can. Niching down and going after like those personal style coaches, motivational speakers, people who are selling courses, things like that. Those are actually high ticket items most of the time, or high ticket campaigns. So you can definitely do that. I would definitely recommend charging at least like $1,500 or $2,000 a month to go out and do a campaign like that. My recommendations is for those types of things, 100% you want to have a funnel built, and then you want to send traffic from Facebook ads to that funnel and start generating leads and have them go through those sequences. If it's a webinar, have them opt in, watch the webinar, take them to a sales page, whatever the flow is. The flow will be different for each type of niche that you're going to be running, but hopefully that helps you. Hey, so Fida asks, what is the best ad spend when you're working with DashClicks? What should be like a starting ad spend for Facebook ads and Google ads? We always recommend at least between a $500 to $1,000 a month budget. And the reason for that is because what we do here at DashClicks is we take that budget and we divide that by 28 days in the month, and that will give you a daily budget, right? So if you have a very small budget like $300, taking that and dividing that by 28 days will leave you with like $9 a day or something like that, which is a really small budget, right? So having a budget of at least $500 at a bare minimum on a monthly basis allows the DashClicks teams and our engineers that are working on your actual campaigns to gather the data that we need in the first month or two to provide some type of actionable reports and results for you guys. So hopefully that helps you, Fida. And so what's the difference between one-step, two-step, three-step, four-step funnel, right? What's the difference in between those pages? So usually campaigns where, I'll give you an example as a dentist, right? Where you're doing an offer style campaign where you're doing like a special on a teeth whitening or something like that. That can be just a simple two-step funnel, and most businesses might just have a basic two-step funnel. That's really all they need, right? Your first page is going to be the opt-in page where they go in there, put in their information to receive that offer or that sale or that coupon or whatever it is that you're promoting, right? And then the second page is a thank you page where we put our pixel on and we track for conversions. So having a two-step funnel most of the time can definitely do the job. Now if you're going after like, you know, personal coaches or webinar style funnels or e-commerce based funnels, the funnel might be a little bit longer. It might be a four-step funnel as an example, right? And that can mean where the first step is an opt-in where they go and they watch the webinar, and then the second page will be the actual webinar itself, and then the third page can be, you know, the sales page where they're actually going and purchasing, and then the last page can be a thank you page to track conversions, right? So, and then each step in the funnel we can track and we can set up remarketing style campaigns, and then going deeper in and creating like lookalike audiences based on them. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do. So the difference is really depends on what it is that you're trying to go after and what you're trying to market, right? So a lot of the times two-step funnels work perfectly fine. Sometimes you might lead one that's a little bit deeper. Maybe a four-step funnel might work. So hopefully that helps you out. So Mark is new to the group, and Mark asked, does anybody do auto insurance campaigns, and kind of what are the best campaigns to run for that? What are the results that you've seen for cost per lead? So we've ran multiple insurance campaigns. Definitely auto and car insurance has been within that niche, right? That sub niche. So what I like to do for stuff like that is two different things. Insurance tends to get super competitive. So going and running like a Google Ads campaign, you're going to be competing with people like Geico and Allstate, and they'll crush you. They'll crush the smaller companies, right? So what we like to do is we like to run Facebook ad campaigns. And typical campaigns, I mean, they're going to be completely different. We've ran campaigns that were generating, you know, $5 to $10 leads. And then we've ran campaigns that were generating $50 leads. But it doesn't matter, because even the guys that were generating a $50 lead, it was still cheaper than going out and generating a high quality lead on Google Ads or any one of those other networks. So it's still fine. Sometimes a lot of people think that if a cost per lead is high, right, they go into like a shock. But really what you want to focus on is what's the KPI for the business. Is the business is okay with paying $50 or $100 for a qualified lead, then whatever you're doing a good job. So focus on the client and focus on the KPIs of the client versus on what the actual cost per lead is. So hopefully that helps you out. Hey, so Raphael asks, has anybody actually generated leads and made sales and generated business from B2B LinkedIn prospecting? The answer to that is yes, 100%. We actually have a whole section in our Dash Accelerator program that talks about creating an automated LinkedIn generation campaign, or a lead generation campaign, where the system will automatically go out on LinkedIn, target specific business owners within specific niches, reach out to them. There's a whole automated conversation campaign that happens, right? And growing your network and growing your following, and that's the right way to generate leads. So Raphael, I highly recommend joining our Dash Accelerator program if you have not been in there yet, or anybody watching this. That will literally solve your problems for all of your B2B LinkedIn generation campaigns. So hopefully that helps you out, Raphael. Hey, William, what's going on? So William asks, has anybody landed a client in the CBD space, and what has been like a good approach to actually go out and do marketing for them? So CBD is a little bit of a tight space, and I'll tell you why. Facebook doesn't like CBD, Google doesn't like CBD, so the two paid networks, the biggest paid networks, they don't want you advertising CBD products on their network, unfortunately, right? Because it has to do with other drug-related issues, which obviously I'm sure you can be aware of, right? So what I recommend doing for CBD is definitely going after SEO, search engine optimization. That's definitely your best bet to try to drive traffic and get solid conversions for that CBD company. I would steer away from Facebook ads and Google ads because you're only going to get hit with issues. The ads are going to get banned. It's just going to be too much of just a cluster jam. You really don't want to get yourself into that. So hopefully that helped you out, William. Hey, so Sean asks, I have a client that does both plumbing and electrical. Can I merge two of the InstaSite templates and create that? Unfortunately not. You can't actually merge the templates. However, what I recommend doing is the one that he does more of, maybe if he does more of plumbing and he does some electrical work, just go out and build a plumbing InstaSite and then just add pages manually after the fact. And you can even charge your client a couple of hours of work to go out and do that and use the drag and drop builder for that. So that would definitely be a good solution for something like that. So hopefully that helps you, Sean. Hey, what's going on, Landon? Landon asks, he said, I have a roofing company that's done Google ads in the past, but has not really seen any results from it, unfortunately. Now he's doing cold email. So my question to you, or my answer to you, Landon, what I would recommend doing is try Google ads again. Maybe that experience that you had with Google ads, maybe it just wasn't a good fit or the ads weren't built properly. Google ads usually works really, really good for roofing companies. We run a ton of roofing company campaigns. I would highly recommend doing that versus going the route that you might want to take, which is building a funnel and doing like Facebook ads and driving traffic there. I highly recommend going the first route, which is Google Ads. So my recommendation is try it again, rebuild the campaign. You can even use DashClicks to build a campaign for you, and that would definitely be my answer to you. So hopefully that helps you, Landon. Hey, so Kevin asked, for some reason when I'm going to a business's Facebook page, on the left rail, it used to say info and ads, and when I used to click on it, it used to show me all of their ads. Unfortunately, Facebook took that away. However, it's still available. It's just in a hidden place, right? So all you need to do is, if you just Google, it's called Facebook ad history or something like that, where Facebook itself, it will be a Facebook website, will have history of all of the ads that are running. And once you click on it, there'll be a search bar. You can search for the business. Click on that business, and then it will show you, once again, all the ads that are running. So it's the same concept. Unfortunately, it's just not in the left rail anymore. It's in the Facebook ad history section. Hey, so Austin asks, how do I actually add a Facebook pixel to my agency website with DashClicks? So Austin, the process is actually super simple. Once you actually go and edit your agency website, on the left rail in the settings area, there'll be just flip through a couple of different settings, and once you land on one of them, there's going to be a section there where it's a big form, and you can just copy, and it literally says header file. You just copy your pixel right in there, click save, and that's it. It'll automatically add that pixel to the header file, which will be on every single page of your agency website. So hopefully that helps you out, Austin. Rashred asks, what campaign is great for the solar industry? So solar is somewhat of a new and up-and-coming industry. It's starting to get highly competitive. However, it's also an educational-based product where people are still not 100% familiar with how solar works, the benefits of what it can actually do for your home or your commercial, if you're doing commercial solar, right? My recommendations for you is one of two things. Solar can actually be good for many things. Like, you can definitely do SEO for solar, because a lot of people who are doing solar, it's a local based niche, right? So if I want to do solar panels and I live in Miami, Florida, I'm going to Google a solar panel company in Miami, Florida as an example, right? I want to find somebody local that can do the work for me. So because of that, you can take advantage of that, and you can start off by doing an SEO campaign. SEO campaign would be great for that niche. Start ranking them locally for keywords, get them listed in the 3-pack, get them listed in directories, right? So that's always good. And then you can also flip over to paid ads, right? You can either do Google ads or Facebook ads. Facebook ads is great, but it's not an intent-based search. It's more of just displaying information to people while they're eating dinner and while they're watching movies and stuff like that, right? They might be interested, they might not be. But you can still definitely generate leads. We've ran some pretty solid Facebook campaigns for the solar industry. Then on the flip side, Google Ads is an intent-based search, which means somebody is physically looking for solar panel company in Miami, and then bam, your client pops up. Good landing page, get some conversions. Those are going to be high-quality leads. So hopefully that helps you out. So Ashley asks, what is the best service for a home builder? Because home builders Somebody's not just going to Google and build a home same day, right? So it's still considered a lead if a lead comes in through a specific type of campaign, right? So if you're running a Facebook campaign, if you're running a Google Ads campaign, if you're doing SEO, whether they build the home that day or in 6 months, you still need to get that lead and nurture, right? So because there's nurturing involved in the actual lead itself, because they're not buying from you same day, what I recommend doing is just still focus on generating the lead and make sure that the sales reps on the other end of the company or on the other side of the lead is actually following up with those people. For that industry though, Ashley, I definitely recommend Google Ads and SEO 100%. So hopefully that helps you out. So Gage asks, does anybody know how to create a Facebook page that's capable of actually getting reviews, right? So to answer that question, those are really just basic Facebook business pages. Sometimes depending on the type of category that you choose when you're creating your Facebook business page, it won't allow you to have reviews. However, if you're a business page, maybe like a local business or something like that, it should automatically come with the ability for people to be able to leave reviews on the Facebook business page. So hopefully that helps you out, Gage. All right, so somebody asked if there is a client that's on the phone, you're in that prospecting stage, and they basically say, hey, send me over some information by email and I'll take a look at it. I highly recommend not doing that. That's just a person, in my opinion, trying to blow you off. What I do recommend doing is saying, hey, unfortunately, I don't have any information to send you. Most of our information is virtual or it's right inside of our dashboard. What I can do instead is schedule a better time when you are available. I'd love to demo our dashboard for you where I can actually show you everything in real time. And then you can actually show them your white label DashClicks platform and impress them with that and close the deal. So hopefully that helps you. Hey, so Bill asks, what is a good sales commission for an actual sales rep? So if you have a sales rep that's going out and actually selling services for you, and you're going to do maybe the back end work, or you're going to be working with DashClicks to do the fulfillment and the project management, what I would recommend doing is there's multiple different plays that you can have here. You can do definitely a percentage-based system where you pay X percentage for every sale that they make. That's usually what I like to do and what we've been doing for the past couple of years. You can pay 25% of the first month's sale. So if you're closing a deal for $1,000, that person would get $250 for that sale as an example. And then you would reap the rewards moving forward of actually servicing that client, because that's where your job comes in, right? The sale has already been done after that. Or what you can do is you can do an hourly rate where that person just works on hourly, or you put them on salary or something like that. So there's multiple different plays that you can do. You can do hourly, or you can do salary plus spiffs and plus commission, where you can do maybe like X amount per week plus X amount percentage of all of your sales, so that way it levels it out. So there's multiple ways that you can structure it. If you're trying to get past the whole, I don't want to pay somebody on salary, I don't want to pay somebody an hourly rate, I want to pay them like performance based, then I would recommend doing a higher commission rate. So maybe doing like a 25 or 30% commission for that sale, since they're not getting paid hourly and they're doing, maybe multiple consultations, right, and not getting paid for it. Maybe, not every consultation would close, right? So that's definitely what I would recommend doing, just a higher percentage. Hey, so Tyrone asks, does the copy for the sales funnel actually come with it, right? The answer to that is yes, 100%. When you purchase a funnel through DashClicks, we actually have in-house copywriters and funnel builders that will build your funnel, and then our copywriters will work with the team to actually write up some really sexy copy to make sure that your funnel's converting properly. So the answer to that is definitely yes, 100%. So Brenda's basically doing some lead generation using INSTASITES, and she's doing it through LinkedIn. So going out, maybe sending some messages through LinkedIn, trying to sell some INSTASITES, right? But the issue that Brenda is having is her messaging that she's firing out is saying, you're going to get a free website, and then somebody's emailing her back or responding back to her saying, hey, nothing's ever free, right? So the best way to respond to that is, we're a software company, and we're trying to grow our user base, okay? And in order to actually do that, we're giving companies a free website. All you need to do is just pay for your hosting and just pay a small activation fee, which just covers our time to go out and activate and set everything up for you, right? So, but on the flip side, your $3,000 website is completely free, right? So that was actually the script or the rebuttal that we would use when getting that in our call center when we were doing the exact same approach. So hopefully that helps you out, Brenda. So Billy asks, is there any way to get an actual future roadmap of DashClicks development and have it live so all of the users can see that? So Billy, we actually thought about doing that, but the issue that we have internally, just to be completely honest with you, is there's so many moving pieces happening right now internally in DashClicks, and so many things that are changing so frequently on our development roadmap, that to have something live like that, that's not 100% steady, can be a little bit shaky, right? So once we actually stabilize a little bit with our development, because we're always adding new features, and our development team is crazy. We like to add massive amount of things, and sometimes we'll add a feature and then we like to expand on that feature, and then that will go crazy, right, with new development tasks. So once that stabilizes a little bit, we do actually have that plan in the future to release a future roadmap to all the new features that are going to be coming out in DashClicks. It's not going to be anytime soon, maybe within the next 6 to 12 months. So if I'd ask, what is the typical LTV, which is lifetime value, for a roofing company, and should you be running Facebook ads for a roofing company? My opinion on that, a good lifetime value really depends on the client, right? It's not necessarily the industry per se, okay? Because you can have a client, you hit a home run and keep that client forever, or the other side, right? So my opinion to you is focus more on the client itself. Also, I don't really recommend, though we've ran Facebook ads for roofing companies and we have done successful campaigns, for that type of industry, for home services, I like to go on the Google Ads side because it's more of an intent-based search, right? Somebody's physically searching for a roofing company, which means they need their roof fixed right away, right? Versus Facebook, which is basically you're just shoving that ad in and hoping, you're doing a shotgun approach and hoping that somebody, whoever sees that ad, might need a roof at that time, right? So definitely go with the sniper approach, which is Google Ads. Get that intent-based search. That'll definitely increase your conversions, get you better quality leads, and that will definitely help you with your lifetime value of your customers. So hopefully that helped you out, Fido.